What's up, y'all? Welcome to Love on the Mic with Chantel Soleil
and Big GK Supreme, baby. How y'all doing? This is artist, singer, songwriter, voiceover artist, designer, set designer, the woman of the most hats, not many hats. Chantel Soleil.
This is GK Supreme. He's an audio engineer. He does sound design. All of the above. He's my manager, my right hand, and we are engaged. You see that? You see it? So yeah, we're engaged and we're in love, and we are enthusiasts of healthy relationships. So,
and we've been friends since well before we was involved.
Yeah.
So, that always helped.
Yeah. That kind of brings us into our first question. So, you know how we were just friends and everything like that. Mm-hmm. We talk about this a lot, but even though we were just friends, like, was you feeling me before? I mean, we were just friends. Not feeling me, but like, oh, she's cute.
I always was attracted to you. Absolutely.
Oh.
So I'm a player, so,
Yeah, you ain't never really act on that.
Yeah, why would I? You know what I'm saying? Because what y'all do know, or some may not know, is Soleil, like me, is a serial monogamist. So, like, she was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Relationship, not like she was jumping from relationship to relationship, but that's what we did. Like, if I was in a relationship for...
It's pretty much a long relationship.
It's just long-term relationship after long-term relationship. So, once it became shot shootable.
Okay.
That's when the 30
The shot was shootable.
And you gotta wait till you open now.
Yeah. Yeah, I always thought she was cool.
Yeah, I went through a glow up in front of you. So, you was always fine. But me, I had the nappy, the locks that was, babies. And it was, she always seen me when I was, t-shirt and shorts. And I won't putting it on until, later into our friendship. Then I started like, because I was fresh out the military. I was still trying to find my way. So fashion had became the furthest thing from my mind. So it was just t-shirt and shorts. I'm trying to get to this money. And so once I kind of leveled out and got back to myself, that's when I started popping out. And I could tell that's when she started looking at me like, hold on.
Yeah.
Putting that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, when I came back from Japan, he was like really heavy in the studio. And I would see you there a lot. Yeah. Until that fateful day when I saw you smoking a cigarette, and I was just like, I was just like, what's going on with my friend? But I didn't know. That's how we was like, I had never seen you smoke a cigarette up until then. Yeah. And it's crazy that you had smoked cigarettes for that long, and I never ever peeped that you smoked a cigarette until that one day. Like, you was fresh. I'm like, dang, niggas is fresh today. And I seen you with the cigarette, and I was like, Cream.
Hey, yo, when I tell you I saw my dog walk by, she hit me with the Bill Cosby, took a couple steps back like, Cream, you smoke cigarettes? Like, yeah. She walked in, she was like, I just lit that cigarette, I flicked it. And I just kind of sat there for a few moments like, Did I just lose a chance? What? That night, no funny. That night, I went, got to the crib. It was like 2-3 in the morning. I rolled my little personal ill. I'm smoking it. It had went out, so I pulled a cigarette out. You know what I'm saying? I'm in thought, and I'm like, why am I still smoking these? What is, you just lost a chance to, you know what? And I had a full pack of cigarettes. I scattered them across into the, we had a pond back there. Mm-hmm. Threw them into the pond. I ain't smoked a cigarette since.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I ain't even insult you with nothing. I won't like, ugh, nigga, that's nasty. That's nasty cigarettes.
Nah, I just... Because I'd already told myself, like, I was in the military, so once in my head, I told myself, like, you know, once you have enough weed you can smoke whenever you want. Once you're out the military, you're not going to be smoking cigarettes. And then I looked at myself, like, 2 years out of being out the military, it's like, you still smoking cigarettes, bro?
It's been 2 years, my guy.
So I'm like, yeah, let me put that away.
Well, I'm glad you kicked that to the curb because we're here now. And, yeah, that would have been a no. Moving on. So, you know how a lot of couples be on social media and a lot of people in general be on social media and those crazy stories come out where the couple was either stealing or like secretly it was an open relationship or like the woman ended up killing the man or man ended up killing the woman because the whole time it was just like a facade. So like how do you feel, because you know how a lot of people claim they're in healthy relationships, but being that we're actually both of us have been in toxic, just bad, unhealthy relationships, so being that both of us have been through that and this is our first like genuinely healthy relationship, how do you feel about that? Because we genuinely have a healthy relationship, but then it feels cliche when we post and then it's like I know people be looking at us like they probably like, so like for the first time, you know how in the past you may be posting and really the home ain't happy, but you just posting man crash Monday or like, you know, kind of going along with it, trying to pretty much make your house seem like it's still a home. But like for our situation to not be like that, how you be feeling? Because that made me feel like I wish I could jump through the screen and really show them like, no, we really like this.
Well, from what I've witnessed, most of the time those people that are unhappy post their relationship constantly. They posting about it. Oh, look, he took me here, he took me here, he did this. We post when we deem it necessary. We post when we want to, you know what I'm saying? We're posting to show appreciation for each other, not to parade our relationship in front of people. And that's where the difference comes in, because they're day in, day out. That's their relationship is their identity.
Yeah.
Day in, day out. What we are our own identity. So there's days I post just about me doing music or engineering or what I've been working on, making beats or whatever. And then there's days you post about your single, about your businesses, about the many things as a woman that you deal with and go through. And then it's like boom. You know what I'm saying? We post us. It's like, oh, I love them. You know what I'm saying? It's not like relationship. You know, it's genuine. And I believe that that's the difference. Ours comes off genuine because it is. It's not like we just argued this morning and then 10 minutes later we posted that we kicked up doing whatever.
Yeah. That brings me to the next point about arguing. So let's talk about that. Both of us have been in relationships where full-blown arguing, just chaos, just a whole bunch of drama, unhealthy communication skills, things of that nature. What do you feel like the main key are like? Because a lot of people won't believe this, but like, we don't argue. Like, we've argued before, but the times we've argued, neither one of us liked it. Neither one of us want to treat each other like that. So like, it's probably been over a year now since we really had an argument. Yeah. Like, we have disagreements all the time, but like, what's one thing you think? Because a lot of people think like it really takes work to like have that type of relationship. So what's something that you think?
When you can trust your person to not handle you. It's different when we're having a disagreement and you know that what I'm saying isn't encoded with anything but what I'm saying. What I'm saying, base level, is what I mean. And if it's not, you ask, well, you meant this? And I'm like, no, I didn't mean it like that. One. And then two is understanding that we're having this disagreement to iron out something that we won't have to argue about in the future.
Yeah.
We're on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
We're always on the same team. So it's never a point where we're arguing just so I can win an argument.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... we both used to be petty people, so like
Absolutely.
I used to argue just to win. I could be dead wrong. I'm gonna argue down.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we both used to be like that. So that's kind of big on both of our ends, because you want to be right. It's just a human. You just want to feel like you're right.
I need you to understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But when it's, I need you to understand where I'm coming from, so we don't end up here again.
Yeah.
That's when the relationship is healthy. That's when it can really grow. Because you're like, oh, I get what you're saying. Whatever I did made you feel like this. It triggered a past trauma or an open sore that we ain't necessarily got to heal all the way from, because we all still healing from something, whether it's via our parents or past relationships or childhood traumas. You know what I'm saying? We're all healing from something. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So once you can understand that, you know, I affected you in this certain way, and I need you to know that that didn't help. It didn't help me. It sent me back 6 years into... And then you grow from there. Like, okay, I understand that. I won't talk to you like this. When I'm angry, pause, take a breath, and then move forward. Like, all right, babe, look, we're still on the same team. Talk to me. Like, even if, you know, I do send you and you fly off the handle, it's like, hey, wait. What did I... Talk to me. What did I do?
What is really going on?
What's going
right
on?
Now?
What's going on? Come on, focus. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to poke the bear. Talk to me. You know?
And I feel like that's a big point too. Like, a lot of times, like you said, you're always healing from something. Like, yes, you could be like, I'm healed, but you still can have triggers from something that you've completely healed from. And I feel like I had to learn that too in a relationship. Like, just because I'm triggered by this, it's not your fault. Like, it's not your fault that I'm triggered. Like, yes, you may have triggered, but like, I don't think you intentionally like, oh yeah, this is going to trigger, I'm going to say this. Like, that's something, a lot of things that you have to do a lot of internal work just as to make the relationship work.
And that's why I said earlier, like, once you understand that I'm not going to say, or your partner's not going to say anything to purposely trigger you, you can get past that step one and then be like, all right, so I'm triggered. He or she didn't mean it like that. Let me rope myself back in and try to...
Yeah. Because a lot of times that'll send me too. Because now I'm mad because I'm triggered. Now I'm mad because I'm still triggered by something that's old. And it's sometimes, like you say, I just need space to process it. It may not be processed like, oh, I'm so mad at him. I have to work through, why am I feeling like this? And I want to get to the root of that. Because some stuff about yourself, a lot of times relationships show you a lot of stuff about yourself that you don't like and that you have to work on. And then a lot of that stuff could be things that you just, characteristics that you picked up over the last 10 years, last 15 years, or different defense mechanisms that you picked up. And it's like, okay, maybe that worked for that time, but that doesn't mean that it was healthy. Absolutely. So that takes a big part too, like looking in the mirror and just like, I'm not perfect. And
then it's like, you never really understand how much you have to work until you get into a healthy relationship.
Yeah.